Hello knife lovers, welcome back to Knife Delights. Today's video is a viewer requested video. Stuart G requested that I do more vintage knife reviews. So Stuart, this video is for you. Before I get started, I do want to point out I got a new phone and it has a improved camera on it. So I've started out here in a magnified view. I tried recording some videos using the magnified view. It just doesn't work because if you move too quick or that, it blurs and cuts out in the video. So, but I think this helps get a better close-up initially of the knife. So before I go on here, I'm going to try just putting it back on the regular view. And here we go. So I need to do a little bit of housekeeping from my last video. It's concerning the Henry Sears and Son knife. I misidentified it as a Stockman. This is actually a cattle knife. And I want to say thanks to David K for pointing that out to me. So a cattle knife is an equal-ended knife. And the second blade is either a spay blade or a sheep's foot. And then it comes with a file. So I'm getting a twofer here, 2 for 1. I got a pattern that I didn't have before, the cattle pattern, and I got a knife from a maker that I didn't have a knife from before. Also, Stuart H pointed out that the little cutout here, this is referred to as the nail nick relief, as opposed to the easy open. So just reading definitions of easy open and nail nick relief, it wasn't clear. But the nail nick relief, the easy open would probably have the cutout on both sides, and it's for a single bladed knife and allows you to reach in and pinch it. So moving on to today's knives. First one up is an Ulster. And the most specific definition that I could come up with for this style knife is a peanut pattern. And a peanut is a small or under 3-inch reverse dogleg jackknife. So a dogleg, well, it's a serpentine pattern, but here at the end it curves down. That is a dogleg. Since this one curves up, it is a reverse dogleg. Now I did find an ad from, what was it? Let me see here, 1951. And I'll read what the ad's description was. This is model number 180S. It is a dogleg jackknife, 2 7/8 inches long, black stagged handles with 2 blades, a clip and a pen. It has brass linings, nickel silver bolsters and caps. The blades are full mirror polished, and also came in pearl and in yellow. Now, if you notice right off the bat, the little pen blade is broke on this one. I did get this in an antique store, and I think I had a handful of knives to buy, and I think I left this one in there. But in many ways, I'm glad I did, because it is still a fine example. It's a pattern I didn't have. And I want to show this to you. It has the half stop and a nice snap. The walk and talk on this thing is so smooth. I just love opening and closing this blade. It does have the long nail pull on it. A little shot of the tang stamp there. So just a fine looking knife. Yes, I wish the other blade was there, but it's okay. You know, you spend just $2, $3, $4 on these knives. You get a pattern. You get to look at them, evaluate them. Is it a pattern you like? You haven't invested a lot of money. You get to learn about that specific pattern. You get to learn a lot. I saw one similar to this advertised on one of the auction sites, and they were wanting $45 or $50 for it. Of course, it had both blades, and it was in slightly better condition than this. But I can't afford to spend $40, $50 on every vintage knife. Now, if I find a pattern like this that I really like, then perhaps I'll invest in it. So it just gives you a chance to spend just a few dollars and learn about that pattern and that style of knife. I didn't really clean up the bolsters. It has some nice natural aging to it, some patina on it, so I think I'll just leave those as they are. I did clean the blade up a little bit, got rid of the rust. So there you have it, an Ulster Peanut pattern. And then next up, I want to show you my cute little Colonial knife. It's about 2 inches long. I could not find a specific pattern for this, but it is a jackknife. It has 2 like pen blades on it, if I can get it open. The blades are in very fine shape. I don't think they've been used, or if they have been used, very slightly. Doesn't even look like they've been sharpened. So on the secondary blade, it does have USA stamped on it. So typically, if USA is stamped on it, it means it's not quite as old of a knife, because they didn't really put country of origin stamps on early knives. And then here's the other blade. Now, it's a good thing I made this video, because in looking at it, it looks like there's a little bit of rust starting to form there, so I need to get this thing cleaned up. But the blade itself is in very good shape, other than some little blemishes. I would almost, if those blemishes weren't on those blades, I would almost say that this was like a near mint condition. Except that I also noticed, in breaking it out again today, you can see the covers are starting to separate and bow in the middle, and I could probably put some epoxy down in there and then clamp them shut, but I guess I don't want to risk cracking the covers. So I'll leave it alone as is. Now it does have the grooves in here, and there's several different definitions for those kind of bolsters with the groove. I think the closest one for these it would be called threaded bolsters. And that definition is a fine groove running across the bolster, and it's parallel and close to the end of the cover. So I think that most clearly identifies that type of bolster. It does have a bail. The problem with buying a lot of these vintage knives is the bail is missing, so to have one here with the bail still on it, that's a plus. That's a good find. So now this is a jackknife, because both blades open on the single end here. If it was a small knife like this with a couple pen blades and they open on opposite ends, that would be called a pen knife. So once again, another little gem. Brings me a lot of delight. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers. If you enjoy my content, I'd ask you to subscribe and share my videos. Share them with your friends and your family. Spread the word a little bit. Again, I want to say thanks to everybody that comments. Your comments just, well, it gives me more motivation to continue to make videos. If you have a specific request, if I have that knife that you'd like to see reviewed, I'd be more than happy to review it. And I guess until next time, I hope this video brought you some delight, and I wish you a delightful time in going out and finding your own gems. So until next time, bye.